Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Ben Clymer. I'm Audra Martin. Tonight, unfortunately, another tough loss for the Minnesota Wild on the road against the Philadelphia Flyers, who were able to match a season best 7 goals here tonight against the Wild. And it really stings considering the fact that Minnesota got out to a good start, early 2-0 lead. It looked like they would be able to get 2 points, but unfortunately, again, this one is tough to swallow, losing to another last-place team.
Last place team, which you have a lead after the first couple minutes, like you alluded to. And also, let's not forget that the Minnesota Wild came out in that second period and scored. I mean, that's important to see the intestinal fortitude of this team come back, and then to have it really just, wash away from them in the latter parts of that second period into the third period. Yes, you can talk about some of the officiating, but at the end of the day, those will even out in the wash. And even with those breaks going the Minnesota Wild's direction, that just simply wasn't enough of the compete that Matt Hendricks talked about, that Bruce Boudreau wanted, and why he practiced the way he did yesterday for them to get a win.
The Flyers came into this game with the 26th best offense in the NHL, but again, 7 goals. At one point, they had 6 shots in a span of just under 26 minutes, and 4 of those 6 shots resulted in goals for Philadelphia. Tough one all around for the Minnesota Wild, but no excuses from the head coach. They have to find a way to rebound quickly before tomorrow night's game.
Well, they're professionals. They have no choice. This is our jobs, and if they can't get up, then we don't have the group that's going to do it anyway. We got to change the script. We're going to get home early enough and get rested and come back and play. I mean, Detroit looked pretty good after coming back on a 2-2. So that's our job.
So here's a look at the next 3 for Minnesota. It's the Kings who come to town tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, the Anaheim Ducks, who right now find themselves on an 11-game losing streak before Saturday night's Hockey Day Minnesota showdown against the visiting Columbus Blue Jackets. But first things first, the LA Kings, another last-place team. And if you are the Minnesota Wild, you have to find a way to get 2 points against these teams who are struggling big time. Otherwise, this is going to be a stretch of hockey that you're going to look back on the end of the year and just wonder what on earth happened.
Yeah, the travel's not going the Minnesota Wild direction. Bruce Boudreau talked about it worked out okay for the Detroit Red Wings, but it's just simply a mind over matter situation. If you don't mind that you're tired, it doesn't matter. As long as you can just summon up that will for your 15 minutes of ice time, possibly 30 for Ryan Suter, but everyone else in like bite-sized increments. Yeah. However tired you are, you have to put this aside. These next 2 games are so crucial in my eyes for the Minnesota Wild, getting points and beating the teams that are below them. And then you talked about it. They're going to come in, they're going to play Columbus. It's not a team that's going to come in with any sort of aspiration for making it easy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gut check time for the Minnesota Wild as they return home tomorrow night to take on the visiting LA Kings. It's a game not on our air, so we look forward to seeing you on Thursday against the Anaheim Ducks. Until then, for Ben Clymer, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.